Anybody remember what you were doing in 1993? Because I think that's when this ordinance was not adopted correctly, but was there. My question is whether the real reason for that ordinance was that any member of the council can say, because what it said is it just would remove the item. It doesn't say what you do with it. Perhaps it was just a way that one council member could say, get rid of it. And that's the end of it. I don't know. Without that clarity, I'm going to support our resolution to do a majority vote. And I want to make it clear that it still allows for discussion. No one's freedom of speech or not being able to represent their constituents still occurs because we have discussion with it. And if it's important enough that that a majority says, yeah, we need to remove it, then I think that's the way that, like, for example, I read a quote from Brent Regan regarding the KCRCC, and he says, hey, the majority rules, that's the way it is. If you don't like it, tough. But that's his quote. It's in the paper there. So I think that, and I think, Sandy, you're a member of the KCRCC, and I'm sure that you probably follow the rules and what he says.
Do you remember what you were doing in 1776 when the Constitution was written? I mean, that is a document that we still follow because it was good practice.
So what's your point?
The consent calendar, giving each person the right to speak, to pull something out of the consent calendar is fair.
So I'll go back to,
Fair
have you ever
business.
been prevented from discussing a consent item?